ASEAN, a region rich in culture and heritage, still has a lot more to offer. There are many secret treasures waiting to be discovered and shared with everyone, particularly with the ASEAN communities themselves. Through sharing, they can understand each other more. One way to unlock these hidden gems is by visiting a homestay. Located around 11 kilometers from Bandar Sri Begawan, Sri Tanjung Homestay at Kampung Sungai Bunga or Tanjung Kindana is one of the finest homestay destinations that lures many tourists. Staying at a place surrounded by nature can bring a whole new experience to visitors. This feels more surreal to those who have never been to a water village before.
Perkhidmatan Nab Desa ni ia bolehlah dikatakan satu perkhidmatan yang sangat-sangat barulah. Kemudian ianya sangat mudah untuk dilaksanakan sebenarnya. Dia tidak memerlukan modal yang besar. Langsung tidak ada modal barangkali tidak juga. Jadi modalnya tu hanya mengemaskan rumah kita tu, kebersihannya. Kalau sekiranya ada perlu kita tingkatkan sedikit, mungkin katilnya perlu baru untuk tetamu yang akan datang. Bercakap tentang inap desa bermakna Ketani memperkenalkan budaya Ketani, makanan kita ni, kemudian gaya hidup Ketani kepada masyarakat luar. Jadi orang ingin tahu orang Brunei macam mana, apa sebenarnya masyarakat Brunei ni, macam mana kehidupannya, apakah bagian-bagian dia itu kan. Jadi semuanya akan memberi jawapan setelah mereka itu datang kemari.
A lot of effort has gone into making the homestay experience stay true to the Kampung Air tradition. The effort paid off. On 22nd January 2016, Sri Tanjung Homestay received the ASEAN Homestay Standard Award. This award recognizes the quality of the homestay experience and how far it's inculcated the spirit of ASEAN unity to visitors.
Bila kita sudah digabungkan dengan negara-negara ASEAN ini, kita sudah jadi satu masyarakat ASEAN sebenarnya. Jadi bila kita jadi satu masyarakat ASEAN, jadi dengan perkhidmatan Nab Desa ni dia menambahkan lagi semangat itulah. Kita ni kan satu rumpun. Ya, kalaupun bukan satu bangsa, satu rumpun, satu bangsa ASEAN. Macam itulah. Jadi artinya secara tidak langsung ia akan dapat menyemai rasa ataupun semangat ASEAN itu di dalam pakej ini.
From the suburbs of the capital city to the rural areas of Temburong district stands another recipient of the ASEAN Homestay Standard Award. It is Lubuk Batu Mas Homestay, located in Kampung Sibut, Mukim Amo. The homestay is accessible by land and river. The homestay was started under the One Village, One Product project in May 2008. Over the years, it has evolved into a popular tourist attraction in Temburong district. The main highlight is the distinctive cultural heritage of the Iban community. They retain the traditional family customs at the longhouse amidst modernity.
Memang di sini memang ia berbeza oleh kerana ikut keadaan ada persekitaran environment-nya kan. Jadi sininya semua ada kampung lah. Semua dari segi makanan tradisionalnya semua kan macam kampung-kampung macam umbut, macam rabung, makanan-makanannya tradisional. Ya semua disediakan, semua ada tradisional dan kampung. Ya sebenarnya kan homestay ni ataupun inap di sini, ya pelancong dianggap sebagai anak angkat kepada setiap bilik yang tempat ia menyewa. Jadinya makannya, tidurnya, lihat TV-nya pun bersama-sama. Dan kalau ada makanan, dorang bersama-sama menyediakan makanan itu sendiri. Apa yang dorang makan, dorang masak, dorang makan sendiri itu. Jadi ia berlainan daripada lain, ia seolah anak kami sendiri, anak kampung sendiri.
Visitors can experience the everyday life of the community and be part of their extended families. They can also watch a traditional performance called Ranyai.
Ini ini adalah salah satu tarikan klinikan inap desa kampung inap desa Lebok Tamas Kampung Sibut yang tak ada di tempat-tempat lain. Jadi ini sebagai satu tarikan kepada pelancong-pelancong yang dorang tu sambil dorang melihat, dorang juga ikut bermain dalam itu apa yang dibuat oleh penduduk kampung, dorang sendiri itu main itu. Jadi karena ini jarang terlihat di mana-mana kan, itu uniknya dipanggil masyarakat setempat kan ranyai. Ini adalah satu permainan masyarakat Iban dan salah satunya untuk menyambut kedatangan tetamu dan permainan yang ditunggu-tunggu selalunya. Jadi setiap pengunjung ataupun tetamu itu akan bermain bersama masyarakat setempat. Jadi diorang dapat berkomunikasi sesama masyarakat setempat dengan adanya permainan ini.
They continue to uphold their cultural heritage through the art of handicraft. In addition, this homestay becomes the source of income of the community, especially the younger members.
Sebutannya cukup hebat dah. Cukup menggalakkan. Cukup Jadi belia-belia tadi pun ada yang bekerja kan, ibu-ibu tunggal pun ada juga kan sumber-sumber pendapatan daripada hasil daripada usaha ni kan. Jadi bukan tandingannya orang-orang yang veteran ataupun orang yang sudah picin pun mengambil bagian juga dalam produk ini kan. Jadi semua dari belia sampai ke orang tua ada keuntungan daripada ada manfaat daripada projek ini kan. Kalau projek lain kan kadang kalau orang tua saja, kadang orang muda saja, ini tidak. Dari damit sampai ke dorang tu semua terlibat mengenai ini projek ini. So jadi semua berampit-ampitan. Itulah yang paling yang berkahnya besar ni dorang ni.
Their hard work paid off when the homestay received an encouraging response from tourists and local visitors. This inspired them to work harder and give their best by introducing more accommodation packages. Thus, support is needed to improve the standard of their homestay. As the recipients of the ASEAN Homestay Standard Award, these two have put their mark on the industry and introduced Brunei Darussalam to the outside world. They're the ideal platforms for intra-ASEAN tourism, one that can generate economy to the region. Our Earth is truly a magnificent place for us to live, now and in the future. It's full of basic resources we need for living a life. It's perfect. However, it's in trouble. Pollution, deforestation, waste disposal, and high energy consumption are worsened by the expansion of world population. And the children of today will inherit a planet that isn't very healthy. Teaching our kids to care about the planet at a young age is essentially giving them a gift. By protecting the planet, our kids and our grandkids are going to live on. Through ASEAN guidelines on eco-schools, this green program has increased awareness of schools in the ASEAN region on the importance of preserving the environment.
Through the ASEAN Environmental Education Working Group, we had what we call as the ASEAN Environmental Education Action Plan. And this ASEAN Eco School Award is one of the priority activity that we have recognized, and it's actually a way of us to recognize exemplary efforts of Eco School in the ASEAN member states that have successfully inculcating the awareness in every aspect of education to their students and the surrounding communities.
The ASEAN Eco Schools Award was held for the first time in 2012. The award-giving ceremony will be held every 3 years. This award is given to selected ASEAN primary and secondary schools in recognition for their efforts in promoting and implementing environmental activities.
Eco schools is also known as green school or sustainable school. Okay, this is a way to describe school which inculcate green initiative or practices, or schools which promote awareness on the importance of environment matters within the school community through either formal curriculum or the non-formal activities.
Jururong Primary School is one of the primary schools in Brunei Darussalam that has implemented several green project initiatives for the past few years.
Pihak sekolah telah membuat beberapa inisiatif sebenarnya bermula daripada tahun 2012 hingga sekarang. Jadi pada tahun 2012 sahaja sekolah telah pun membuat satu program penanaman pokok. Kemudian pada tahun 2013, pihak sekolah mengadakan satu pertandingan mendesain wardrobe. Mereka menggunakan bahan-bahan yang boleh dikitar semula untuk dijadikan wardrobe.
The school's active involvement in green program activities entitled them to receive the ASEAN Eco Schools Award in 2015.
Jadi dengan memenangi award ini, pihak sekolah lebih rasa ia memberi galakanlah kepada pihak sekolah, kepada guru-guru, kepada murid-murid yang dengan memenangi award ini, kami lebih bergerak aktiflah untuk meneruskan pertandingan-pertandingan interkelas, pertandingan antara individu dengan individu.
Simon Gleeson is one of the teachers from Jururong Primary School who has the role to carry out the green initiatives. Due to shortage of recycling bins in the school, it led him to the idea to create his own recycling bins by using old and broken desks.
The old wooden desk, wood has broken, come off, become too old to use in the classroom or unsafe. So we wrap it with mesh, put a bottom on it. When it rains, the water goes through, plastic bottles can be put in. And so instead of running out of recycle bins, we need to buy more recycle bins, we can make them out of old school materials, about rethinking, reusing and recycling some of our older waste.
Interestingly, he also uses the recycled materials as a teaching aid for English to make it fun and enjoyable.
To help get them enthusiastic about English and literacy, I was able to borrow with some of the posters from a local Cineplex, and they were very happy to help support literacy intervention and literacy development within our school.
Muda Hashim Secondary School in Tutong is also one of the recipients of the ASEAN Eco Schools for the secondary school category.
Kemuncaknya inisiatif hijau ini pada 2014, di mana sekolah turut serta menyertai program HP Recycling Drive.
In fact, it did not end there. The school has actively implemented green initiatives through suitable teaching and activities.
Aspek hijau juga dititik beratkan dengan mewujudkan kelab eco-green. Kelab eco-green ini berfungsi sebagai platform untuk pelajar mengenal isu alam sekitar dan memainkan peranan proaktif dalam melindunginya.
The Eco Green Drive project is one of the contributors to the ASEAN Eco Schools Award in this school.
Jadi telah dirasmikan pada tahun 2015. Jadi pelajar-pelajar disarankan ataupun diajar untuk membuang sampah-sampah mengikut kategori bahan-bahan yang disediakan seperti botol plastik, kertas dan juga tin.
Now it is the time for the young generation in the ASEAN region to be given the role to protect the environment.
Penjagaan alam sekitar ini adalah penting untuk semua sama-sama menjaga untuk kebaikan dan juga untuk selain daripada menjaga kebersihan alam sekitar.
To build awareness among the kids, among the students adalah sangat penting. Sebab yang kita ni tahu masa ni global warming, it's around the world, not only in Brunei.
So we in the ASEAN community, we should have concerted effort or work together as what ASEAN aim is to have a green, clean environment, and hence this was also support to achieve the sustainable development not just within our country but as the region as a whole.
ASEAN is a region with economic potential for expansion. This has been proven by its achievement in 2014, after being placed in 7th position in the world's biggest economy and 3rd in Asia, making it an important platform in providing new economic opportunities. From the Manila Declaration 2003, as well as Bandar Sribegawan Declaration 2013, ASEAN started to see the importance of the involvement of the young generation and ASEAN youth in the world of entrepreneurship as a step to integrate the economy and create jobs in the region. The ASEAN Young Entrepreneurs Council, AYEC, is an important platform for young entrepreneurs in ASEAN. Under the guidance of ASEAN Business Advisory Council, ABAC, AYEC initiated to put ASEAN young entrepreneurs under ASEAN Economic Pillar.
So what our council does is we will get the voices from the youth and we project them up to the ministers, the economic ministers and the leaders of ASEAN. So from there can be relevant policies put together, training programs, capacity building, all these things that are related to young entrepreneurs, relevant for them to realize their potential.
ASEAN has done a lot in terms of providing opportunities for exposure. They are always involving young entrepreneurs in important meetings and also forums, as well as actually getting inputs from young entrepreneurs in terms of how ASEAN can be better, especially in this given time of ASEAN Economic Community.
So it was in their idea to set up a council whereby we would set up an association which would be called the ASEAN Young Entrepreneurs Association.
With the existing mandate, AYEC established ASEAN Young Entrepreneurs Association. functioning as the pulse of entrepreneurs associations in ASEAN countries, not only to help the young entrepreneurs to expand their respective networks, but to help them to share knowledge, to voice their opinions, and to acquire skills.
That is how we at the moment engage with the ASEAN Bank. But also ASEAN Bank has also been pushing the formation of the ASEAN Young Entrepreneurs Community, AYEC, which actually solidifies and strengthens the network of young entrepreneurs across ASEAN through associations.
And they discuss trade and harmonizing issues within ASEAN countries. So a lot of discussions on how to improve the trade between countries and how to improve the economic ecology of the ASEAN nations.
The Young Entrepreneurs Association of Brunei, YEAB, became an important platform to bring together all the entrepreneurs in the country. It is also to help young entrepreneurs' businesses in the ASEAN region.
We work very closely with other ASEAN young entrepreneur associations. We were very involved in setting up a ASEAN Young Entrepreneurs Council that was actually run by ASEAN BAC, Business Advisory Council.
What YEAB is doing is really good is that I feel that they are actually interlinked with a lot of countries like Singapore, Malaysia, things like that, Myanmar, Laos. So what we do is that we are actually associated with them, and then if they have like any events or any expo that they're doing, they will actually invite us to be over there.
There are certain issues that are specific to young entrepreneurs to help them to get to their potential. If we can realize the potential of young entrepreneurs in the ASEAN region, we become a very dynamic region.
However, the ASEAN young entrepreneurs have to contend with various challenges. Among them are access to finance, as well as the existence of competition.
It is not difficult to start, but definitely it's difficult to sustain. One of the biggest issue is the issue of competition from established companies. And for example, these established companies, when they purchase large amount of products, for example in bulks or containers, so they can sell in a cheaper price and they can control the market.
If that weren't enough, people's mindsets is another obstacle, especially in the creative industry.
People still think that creative industry is not a go for career path or anything. So it's still the mindset, and we are trying to raise awareness and also educate them about the importance of arts in daily lives, also in future communication skills, as well as in career.
In fact, competition in a small market is also a major factor to enterprises.
In the business, there is always a competition between us. So it's how you actually to be a step in front, ahead of everyone of your competition. How you can challenge them in a positive way. How you can be a healthy competitions. So meaning that not to condemn the business, but actually how they can be following you.
Although we do not know much about stuff, about how to run businesses, we lack a lot of experiences and everything. But time is all that we have, so I'm very sure that with time, that is definitely our advantages, and we don't have much commitment in our life, which means we are able to take risks doing businesses.
We can look into is having a mentor that has actually gone through all this experience to teach us. If there's a platform here that provides this help, it would be very, very helpful.
This is where the role of YEAB helps in supporting the young local entrepreneurs to expand their businesses to the ASEAN market.
Entrepreneurship, and especially within the youth, it's actually gone quite well in Brunei. Now it's just about moving it up to the next level and supporting them to actually go abroad, regional first. Yeah, and ASEAN is the perfect platform for that.
ASEAN is actually one community where it is ASEAN against all the other countries in the world. So ASEAN itself is a very, very big market, and it's something that a lot of entrepreneurs should look into.
By looking at the importance of young entrepreneurs' participation in enhancing ASEAN's economic region, it indirectly promotes the potential of young entrepreneurs in contributing to more integration in the region. In fact, by implementing more strategies for the ASEAN young entrepreneurs, it will help them to be more proactive and able to overcome global challenges.